My name is Esmonde Cole. I'm a voiceover artist and actor. I play Howard and KFC, or Carl Francis Clark, if you want the government name.
My name is Allon Sylvain. I'm originally Dutch. I play the character Erik van Smit, also known as Eric van Schmidt or something like that, however the UK people pronounce this. But it's Erik van Smit. Thank you very much. I was approached by Adam and Joel via a voiceover website where you can search for voiceover people, which is my profession. I work as a professional voiceover. I get approached once in a while by projects like this, and it happens. And you, some of them they grab your attention, some of them don't. But this one was spot on. I loved it from the start. The idea of a whole fake football team, a whole fake football club really appealed to me. And when I listened to some of the earlier podcasts, I was hooked. I was sold. And especially the character, which they straight away offered. That was, I rarely get things that are so close to my heart as to play Erik van Smit.
I really like the nuances and the way the comedy was structured. As I mentioned in our chats, I've been watching a lot of W1A, which is a BBC show, and I really like how the mundane in it, the mundane dialogue that leads up to the culmination of just like the absurdity, which happens a lot in this, is just, it always gets me every time. Even when I'm like recording, I'm like creasing to myself and sometimes having to stop a bit. Because it's just so well written, and I was like, yeah, I'm definitely very grateful that I'm involved in a project like this, because it's just so easy to do something when you're when the writing's so good. So that's definitely one of the things that struck me when first being involved in this project, for sure. My character, Howard, he's pretty much a blunt instrument, pretty much the guy who's the leveled-headed one in the room. He's pretty logical, which makes him funny because he offsets all the other characters, like Eric, his manager, the manager. And yeah, he's pretty much what you would call like the straight man in comedy, who just is always just bamboozled by what's going on around him, but just has to keep a level head for the integrity of the entire club. So yeah, he's pretty level-headed and pretty straightforward.
So Joel is a really good writer, and I think he got the character really right, and also it relates very well to myself. Eric is direct. Eric has no no sense of other people apart from himself and football. Eric is really not very subtly passive aggressive, which I think is the Dutch direct way, but maybe interpreted by other people in other ways. So he does it for the love of the game. It's all about the game. He's still a little boy deep in his heart playing football.
KFC, my boy. Yeah, he's a funny one. He's just one of those young kids who's a bit naive but very ambitious, and he might say things or do things that might just seem abrasive, but he has a sweet heart. But he's just a bit silly sometimes. He's a bit gung ho, I think, as well, which makes him quite funny. And he's really so fun to play as well, because he's just so, because he's so sweet, but also also the stuff he's sometimes saying, it's just like, oh, you just hang your head in shame if you actually knew him in real life. So yeah, he's a fun one to play, KFC.
Be a little general is how I always see him. Not because he's a general, but because that's the way he wants his sports to run. The other people are just tools.
Phil Jones is playing, so this should be good for us, I think.
Chris Smalling.
What did I say?
Phil Jones.
Ah, yes. Chris Smalling. Right. Don't fuck it up. Nipic still has captain armband. Kiran on penalties. Gustavo on free kicks.
What?
Problem, Kiran?
Why am I not doing free kicks?
Because Gustavo is taking them like I just fucking said!
Absolute joke.
A joke? This is not a fucking joke. Do I look like the comedian? Huh? Do I look like the Jimmy Carr?
No.
Do I look like Don French?
Don French?
Do I look like the comedian Don French?
No, not at all, actually.
And this is not a fucking joke.
Got it.
Yeah, you got it. You get what I tell you to get.
There are definitely similarities between me and Howard in terms of we're both quite blunt, especially when I'm talking to my mates and trying to encourage them. I'm quite blunt with stuff. I like to just get to the matter of fact with things. And Howard's definitely a blunt instrument when it comes to the dressing room in the club. He's always just telling people, listen, just put your kit on or do this or do that. Definitely. With KFC, probably quite naive in terms of just being so gung-ho with your ambitions and sometimes not maybe seeing the bigger picture.
So my inspiration for this character comes from watching Louis van Gaal on YouTube. There's a few other Dutch trainers that come close, but Louis van Gaal, I just had to watch him and emulate what he does. Especially the way he talks to journalists is a real nice indication of what it is to be Dutch and like get a question that is if you think it's a stupid question, you will say. I never know if the guy is really smart or not, Louis van Gaal. I don't think so. But so that's an inspiration. Does it relate to me? I really relate to the directness of talking to people. And with Eric, it becomes really just rude. Like in other people, he just ignores and they talk to him, but in his realm of talking to these people because he can't relate to them anyway. Women, Howard.
The way I think about the relationship between Eric and Howard is just, it's almost like, despite Howard being the assistant manager, it's always like Howard's the manager of Eric in terms of having to babysit him and make sure that he doesn't do or say anything stupid that's going to cause any problems with the players or even like the staff. It's quite a funny relationship. It's just almost Howard's trying to always keep Eric in check and just ignoring all the absurdities that he comes out with sometimes. So it's quite funny to when I'm like reading it and before I actually record it, seeing like the the back and forth between the two sometimes. It's quite funny.
The way Eric sees Howard is just a tool, like a dog. It's just somebody who's there, and whenever you say something, they'll respond. So he really sees Howard as just another person he can use to get to his objective. Sometimes he's in the way, and sometimes he's really needed. So sometimes he'll really need him as to get to his objective, and other times it's just, who's this man? Like, what's his use anyway? And it's really nice to play. It's lovely to play that.
Eric, we can't do it. We can't do it.
What?
Woody says Broomy has to play.
Woody can fuck his own face.
Eric, Kieran is in for contract talks this week. This is massive for Ashwood.
Kieran is a backstabber. My back is sore from his knife.
Honestly, I think we need to reconsider it, Eric. You'll start a riot in the dressing room and fuck knows how the fans will respond.
The fans will respond with respect, understanding and admiration.
Yeah, the Roma fans will.
Look, Mr. Ole at Manchester United, Mr. Frank at Chelsea, they can play the football children, why can't I? Huh?
Because we're in a difficult situation, Eric.
Yes, and this is how we fix it. With this.
You've written up the team sheet.
Correct.
Have you given that to the broadcasters and match officials?
Yes, indeed, I have.
Fuck!
Yes, fuck! It's too late, my dear coach! Here come the football children now. Come on, tiny players. We can do this.
Jesus Christ.
And I really enjoyed that scene. It really shows what kind of people he is. If he can't get his way, he'll do it in the meanest. He'll get back to them in the meanest possible way, in the most dismissive possible way. I presume Louis van Gaal would do it in a similar way. Like, if I can't have my way, no one is gonna have his way. And I really enjoyed that episode because it really showed him. It also showed his nice tactical skills. Like, it's a clever move in a way.
It just starts off with Eric and Howard, and it's just before the mutiny is basically bubbling, and they're just going back and forth. And Howard's just talking about how, listen, I'll print the squad list. Just, okay, relax. Just stop talking about, McDonald's and Churchill and fighting them on the beaches. He's just having to swat away all the stupidity. And then eventually, at the end of the scene, they're at the printer, and they actually have to talk to each other properly for the first time. It seems as human beings, as opposed to just manager and assistant manager. And they're talking about, how's your back? Yeah, good. How's your dog? Yeah, our name is Shevchenko. What? Oh yeah, the printer's done. Yeah, cool. Yeah, cool. Yeah, cool. So I'll see you later. Do not want to be in this room any longer.
Howard?
Eric, you're working late, sir?
Yes, I am working late. Working late like a hooker woman.
A hooker woman?
Yes. Is that what you see when you look at me with your eyes, Howard? Is that what you see?
Sorry, I don't understand the question.
Do you see a hooker woman? The big tits and the lipstick?
I don't.
Lies.
Honestly, Eric, I don't.
False lies and untruths.
Is there something wrong?
Yes. And you know what is wrong.
I do?
There is a mutiny. The players are saying they won't play for me.
What?
I am Claude Puel, and they are little Casper Schmiegels and Jamie Vardy's trying to undermine me.
Let me speak to them.
Well, wouldn't that be helpful for you?
What do you mean?
If I go, my Dutch coaches go. But I'm suspect that Mr. Howard Jagger will stay here at this football club, happy as Barry.
Larry.
Now tell me, Barry Big Balls, will you take the job if they kill me, huh?
Eric, I would never do that.
Fiction.
I'm serious. I believe in you, Eric. I believe in this style of play. I think we've got the balance just right. We just need to lift the confidence of a few key players.
We just lost 6-1.
That's Manchester City. You can't let that kind of thing bother you.
Well, it does.
You can't. It's perfectly natural to concede 6 goals against Manchester City.
You're just saying that.
It's true. And if it makes you feel better, it should have been 5-1, not 6-1.
You mean that?
I do.
You're a kind man, Howard. You know this?
I just believe in what you're doing.
Good. That is fucking good. Then we will fight these little backstabbing fuckers!
The players, you mean?
Yes, those assholes! How can we do this?
Maybe drop the key rebels for the Roma game tomorrow night.
Yes, Mr. Jagger, that is exactly what we will do!
I think Kieran, Marcelo, Akin and Emmanuel are all threatening to not play for you anymore.
Yes, we shall fight them.
Well, I think being too heavy-handed
we
can
shall
hurt us.
fight them on the beaches, huh? You like this?
Yeah, Winston
Yes,
Churchill.
we shall fight them on the beaches. Fight them on the training grounds.
Yeah. Anyway, Eric, I think maybe leaving Kieran aside could simmer things down.
We shall leave them all.
All of them?
Yes.
When?
For the Roma match, we will go with youth players.
You want to play all youth players?
Go and speak to Liam. Get his recommendations. Bring me the squad list.
This is a bad idea.
No, it is a good idea.
Just make a few statements.
This is the only statement I can make. Get the squad list. Go. Go now.
God help me.
Mr. Fowler can't help you now, Jagger. We are at war!
I can get the squad list and print it here.
Printers are for old barren ladies, Howard.
Just let me use the laptop. I can print Liam's notes too. Hold on a second. I've hit print. I'm just waiting for.
Yes. Printers.
Yeah.
Does it have paper in it?
I don't know. It's your office.
I can't remember if I put paper in it.
Well, here we go.
How many pages?
About 9.
Right. So, how's everything with you? Everything okay?
Yeah, good.
Did you see someone about your back?
Oh yeah, I did in the end. Yeah.
And is it better now?
Yeah. Yeah. How's everything with you? You settled in Ashwood now?
Yes, I purchased a dog called Shevchenko.
Called what? Sorry.
He's called Shevchenko.
Oh, that's nice.
I named him after the Ukrainian. I like him. I tried to buy him once, but he was a capitalistic pig.
Right, it's printed.
I really feel like when like, you know, the journey of the two characters are becoming more and more important. It's one, it's like great because then you get to just, you know, do more lines and perform and do what you love. But two, just like it it's really nice to see and feel and perform the progression of the two characters, and like seeing their ambitions, whether it be, you know, to lead the club or to be, you know, the top goal scorer or you know, build up your brand so you can make that big money move. It's nice because like it just shows how like there's so many like good things you can take away from great comedies like this, and just even the simple human motivations of you know, those two ambitions, but just played out in different ways. Like one just trying to almost the blunt guy trying to be as humble as possible, and the other one who's just like just so gung-ho and so naive at times, trying to figure out how he's going to become this massive brand and giving off stupid advice to sometimes Kira, and like, him kind of goading him in that as well. So yeah, it was nice to see that progression, because you don't always get that in comedy, but the best ones do. So yeah, you guys are tuning into some elite comedy here.
I really look forward to the script. I think Joel's writing is. I think he got it right. So I really understand what Joel wants, and I really revel in the idea of doing it. Like I when I do often this, I take the script into my bath and then I read it and really really imagine, because it's very hard. It's quite one-dimensional to record these lines. So we don't sit in a studio. We don't record together. I really need to imagine how it's going to work out, how the interaction works out. And often when you hear it back, you think like that is so spot on. Like from Howard, how is the interaction with me? It really works sometimes. Not often it really works, I should say. So how do I prepare myself? I think the easiest way is to let the script speak for itself.
Like, yeah, obviously, yeah, everyone's recording now at home, but to actually record in Stakhanov, it's actually great to actually meet a lot of the people that you hear in the episodes, like in person, and then you're vibing off with them whilst they're giving you stuff that, although like you when you hear how they like react to certain stuff in the episodes, but then seeing them actually do it and then just like laughing in between takes because it's just too funny. One, it's really encouraging, and two, almost overwhelming because you're just trying to receive and take in all the stuff that you're getting from the actor. Just that's a general thing, I guess, as an actor, just making sure you're always open to receive what they're giving you and not just doing what you prepared. And there's a massive difference in when it comes to doing voiceovers and being in the studio with them. And it is just really just a great family of people behind the scenes, which has been talked about before. But it really is, like, it is a cliche, but it really is just like nice to be in a great written project and just great people as well. Besides, the guys who write it. I mean, they're awful. Like they actually, but actually, no, they're all right. They're all right. They're good. But yeah, everyone's really good and like nice. So it just makes it easier when it comes to just recording, and actually being in the studio is just a plus and bonus.
What?
You heard the man, Jagger. Now go clear out your desk.
You're smiling. Is this a joke? Not you, him. Is this a joke or what? Is this banter?
No. I'm smiling because this isn't a joke.
So this is amusing to you, me getting the sack?
I think it's just my natural reaction to hardship and suffering, to be honest.
By me and not Eric.
You want the head coach sacked? Is that what you're saying?
Well, if we keep dropping into the bottom three, I think that's the manager's problem.
Hey, you're right.
So
we're firing you instead. All right, think of it as a warning shot just past Eric's head.
But the bullet has struck me in the head.
Collateral damage. That's so weird.
So I get the sack and that somehow will make Eric better at his job.
Okay, right, I get it. You object.
Of course I fucking object. You're cutting me adrift in the middle of the fucking desert.
Are you being figurative or metaphorical? Because either way, I like the analogy.
Fuck off, Chris. Honestly now, mate.
Maybe we can make this a little bit more interesting.
It's already fucking interesting. You're trying to get rid of me. It's too interesting. It's fucking riveting.
Howie, have you ever seen a wee little movie called The Wire?
It's not a movie.
In this wee movie, there's a guy that wears a wire to snitch on his boss.
This isn't the premise of the show.
And his boss uses that information to punish other members of the organisation. I'll do that line. And his boss, you see, he uses this information to punish other members of his organisation.
Woody, none of this is accurate.
Mr. Howard Jagger, I want you to wear this.
The fuck is that?
It's a smartwatch.
Looks like a...
It's a smartwatch.
Looks like a dumb watch to me, mate.
Anytime you're around these players...
Looks like a dumb watch to me, mate.
Anytime you're around those players, you hit record on this app here, okay?
You completely batshit crazy.
Spy on the fucking players, Howard, or face the consequences.
I won't condone this kind of behaviour. Not on my watch.
It's not your watch, it's Ashwood's... Oh, shit, sorry. I won't condone. I'll do spy on the fucking players. Spy on the fucking players, Howard, or face the consequences.
I won't condone this kind of behaviour. Not on my watch.
It's not your watch, it's Ashwood's smartwatch.
Yeah, we're recording on that day with the goal celebrations. It's once again one of those things, like all the actors coming in and just like seeing all the talent and people and what they bring. It's also another great thing about football in general, like what that kind of breeds, like the type of the innovation that comes with the creativity and in the celebrations of just, you know, scoring a goal. And even it was funny because we got to like hear about some people's like self-tapes to actually be a part of it, and like one of them, it seems like he's doing something quite profane, like below the belt, and then he lifts it up and it's a boot. He's wiping a boot, he's shining a boot, and just like hearing how that came about, and then seeing like celebrations like similar to it, or just like seeing that person doing what they do best. It's really funny and just great. Yeah, it's just all again another like testament to how it could, this show it breeds a lot of like-minded people, whether it just be for, you know, one-off things. Everyone's quite focused and but also at the same time very, very, you know, relaxed and not taking themselves too seriously, but you're getting the job done essentially.
Yeah, nice.
Let's have one more where you are just very still. You do not want to be here. You're a football player. So honestly, we want you. Imagine, just look at me the whole time and just be like, I'm not fucking doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Like, you don't want to do this gif.
Yeah. Cool.
Come on, it's just for the.
Nice.
Great.
I have something to tell you. I know nothing about football. Zero. I never watch football. I don't support a club. I have no. So I can say this as well, that when Joel sends a script, he also tells me how to pronounce it. Some of the names, some of the Russian names, because I don't know. I have no clue. I never watch it. But um, so I'm from Amsterdam originally. I've lived for 16 years in London. Ajax is my team. I don't know. But I have the great fortune that the character Eric van Smit is, like I just said I know Louis van Gaal because he's always in the news, and he always comes in the news as this kind of his English is or Spanish is all over the place, but he still says what he wants to say. So there's a lot of that guy of him on YouTube. So I watched a lot of that character or that trainer. My relationship with football is not.
Yeah, I support Arsenal. Love them. Obviously, it's been tough, but Arteta will bring us back to glory. That's for sure. No doubt about it. But I wasn't too happy that the season was starting, actually, because it made me remember that we were in 9th. So that wasn't great. And then we had Man City to play. So that also wasn't great. But in general, I love football. Like when we're not, in a global pandemic, I'm usually playing football. I think we might, because we've got a nice European mix about us. Maybe someone like a Ruben Neves, like a big marquee signing for us. That would be for us. Did we sign Joey Barton? I feel like he was referenced. Maybe like a Joey Barton. We'd do like a QPR back in the day when they came up and then went down. That's the type of people we would buy. So like Ruben Neves, Joey Barton. Oh, who else?
With that in mind, that I have no clue about football, I can only say that the football players, like the ones I know from the 80s, are Johan Cruyff. So I know his son plays as well. But apart from that, I know there's a few Dutch players really famous right now.
Maybe like a Zamora if we're like keeping with the QPR team. Bobby Zamora. What a legend. Oh my days. Playoff legend. So that's 3. The last one.
Virgil. Virgil? Virgil, I don't know. Who is it? I don't know.
No. Someone from that guy from Man United. Bailey. Something like that. Like he might be like at the end of his contract or something like that. And we might approach to sign him and he just gets injured throughout. And we're like, oh, we need a rock. He's like a solid rock. He's got Premier League experience. And then he just gets injured like he normally does. So those would probably be the 4. So what was that? Samora, Joey Barton, Ruben Neves, marquee signing, spend all the budget on him, and then Bailey approach him on free transfer. That's the 4 people I'm going with.
Virgil van Dijk. That's his name. Van Dijk. Virgil van Dijk. Virgil, probably. I don't know.
I think there's a lot of things that Hal will be doing in the future. But what definitely broke the camel's back was just, being offered one thing or thinking he's being offered one thing and then not. And then just the constant stupidity at the club, really. And him being the only logical person, I guess, there. Him being that guy, well, he said, you know what, I'm done with, well, he didn't really have a choice, really, in his exit. But being, I think like a lawyer, you just try and do something righteous and simple, and then realize that was too much and overwhelming, and then become like a farmer. That's what I think he'll end up doing. That's his future, I guess. That is his future because I am Howard and Howard is me. So that's done. That's what he's doing. He's farming.
Let me start with what Eric van Smit is doing right now. Because I have a very clear idea. He's Dutch, so he's probably on a boat. And a really, but in Holland, you can't really show that you have money. I'm sure he earns a lot of money, Eric van Smit. So he's got this boat, really swanky, but not too big, not a giant yacht. And he goes around in Holland. There's lots of there's lots of waterways. So he'll probably be on a big boat somewhere in the north of Holland, being a totally asshole with the other little boats, and him just plowing through like on these little canals, him just being a total antisocial dude on a massive boat, but not a French yacht, not something like that. Or he'll be on a camping somewhere with a big bloody caravan somewhere. I can totally see him do that.
Release me from the prison! Release me, you fucker!
Oh, fuck, he's gonna see me as soon as I unlock it, innit? What shall I say?
You could say sorry?
It's Eric, KFC. He's gonna fucking kill me.
Wear this.
Got the mask? I look like fucking Bane.
Put the mask on. Put your hood up. He won't recognise you.
He can still fucking hit me.
Just do it quick, then run.
What am I gonna do? Fucking walk over each seat like I'm Eric Dyer?
As soon as you turn your back, he won't see you. Just quickly grab a seat.
Oh, fucking hell. Alright, give me the mask.
Go on, Kieran now.
Fucking hell. Oh, Christ.
Let me out, or I shall get on the walls! Open this tiny door right now! Right! Who the fucking fuck did that? Who? Huh? Pretty quiet on this plane, isn't it? Who locked me inside this tiny shit room? Huh? Give me answers! I, mastermind of victory against Wolfsburg, and this is what I get. Then I have no choice. I will gut whoever did it. No more second leg. You will be gut. Which little bitch wants to be gut?
Sir, what's going on here?
I am going to gut one of these bastards.
Sir, do you have a knife?
They will be gut. Don't test me, plane man.
Step back right now.
Do not test me.
Step back immediately, sir. We're going to land this plane if you
You
continue.
will land this plane, and I will gut somebody. They will have one leg, not two.
Jesus Christ. We have a suspected armed individual on this flight, threatening to cut passengers. We need to land immediately.
This is a good moment to tell the audience that cut in Dutch means C-U-N-T. So when Eric says it, he basically says C-U-N-T in Dutch. He's going to cut somebody, and it's a subtlety I really enjoyed, but is lost on everyone else. But yeah, that's another example where he really lets it rip who he is. Like there's no filter. He doesn't have a filter of how to deal with people. He's straight. Tells it like it is.
What I'm hoping for KFC next season is that big boy paycheck. You know, he needs to increase his brand. He's been trying to, create this brand, and people aren't respecting him. I don't care how young he is. Like, he needs the paycheck. He needs to, be, buying all the stuff so that he can get all the girls that he, he talks to, but not necessarily gets. But anyway, that's not the point. He needs the paycheck, and he needs to respect. He needs a statue. That's it. He needs a statue. They need to understand his talent. They might be bringing in Ruben Neves, maybe, but the marquee signing's already there, mate. Homegrown talent.
I think he's coming back. And what do retired coaches do? They go on television. I'm sure he's really, really pissed off with Nolan. Really, so he'll be on talk shows, maybe really laying it in. Really, he probably hates Ashwood City by now. He'll probably think I would have done it better. It's a bit like Trump, we're gonna hear years from now on from Donald Trump saying if he would have done it, it would have been so much better. So I think that's how he'll be probably on a radio show somewhere, commenting on if he would have let Ashwood City.
Okay.
Try not to laugh.
Yeah, if you can. Okay, I'll just go from my line before. I'll go from, well, you didn't fucking ask me.
Yep.
Well, you didn't fucking ask me.
Good. Okay, great chat. Got to run.
Why are you doing a frontline press?
I want it that way.
Tell me why.
Oh, I'm really busy, mate. I don't have time for a Backstreet Boys duet.
Let's try it again, but no, yeah, it was really good. It was really good. Let's have I, full stop, want it,
full stop, that, comma, way. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Well, he didn't fucking ask me.
Good. Okay, great.
Well, he didn't fucking ask me.
Good. Okay, great chat. Gotta run.
Hey, why are you doing a frontline press?
I want it that way.
Tell me why.
Fuck's sake. I'm really busy, mate. I don't have time for...
I think there was that was the rhythm that I wanted.
Yeah.
First of all, thank you to everyone who's following Ashwood City. It's remarkable to get such a Twitter following for a podcast.
Message to the season ticket holders and the listeners, like, thank you for listening. I know that the project's doing really well, and it's just great to even have season ticket holders. It's just even a blessing in itself, because it shows how like committed you guys are. And like, honestly, you're committed to a great thing. Like, this is a great escape, especially now, having a great comedy like this, in a time like this. I certainly rely on a lot of, when it comes to entertainment, comedy, just to kind of release myself from daily struggles and stuff. So,
as an actor, any feedback you get from people who watch what you do is, that's what you do it for. So to get my own hashtag, EVS or EVS out, is amazing. I think it is so rewarding to be recognized online, and to have that play out online and to see the fans picking up a character and making it real. It's so rewarding. I just do my thing, and I take the character to where I like it. I just see that people also like it, and to see them play online with the dynamics, EVS out, Eric von Shit. I don't know who invented that, but that is so. Thank you, Eric von Shit, or Eric von Shit. Sorry, not von. Eric von Shit. I love it.
Yeah, thank you, and yeah, keep going. Keep Ashwood City in your hearts. Ashwood City forever.